Hello. I'm kind of dreading the fact right now of having to read all of these books still. Last episode we read those 6 over there on the left there, but this episode we are reading the rest of the library. Labyronia's Nations of the World Part 3. From the barren, rocky mountains of Elgard to the heart of Labyronia and through the green fields of Crownguard north from there. We now move east towards the volcanic wastes of Firelands. The capital of humans today is Caroline in the central area of Firelands. The city was formed soon after the fall of Impera. And it has been growing slowly after that. In its final days and at the time of the final war, Impera's population had split in two, as the wealthier elite distinguished themselves from the common folk, and started to call themselves nobles. The remaining part of the people were mostly poor folk, usually less gifted or just less luckily in life than their noble counterparts. Some of them went through such poverty that they were forced to do work for the elite with food salary alone. This in turn gave birth to Imperial slavery. After Impera fell, the nobles had to leave a big part of their wealth behind, and food was sparse. To ensure their survival, slaves were left behind as well as the nobles departed. The noble division of Imperial population would eventually settle down in southern Riverlands and form a new city, Janice. Caroline was formed by the poor folk and ex-slaves of Impera. The hierarchy between the people was quickly forced by the circumstances, as the strongest and most resilient individuals proved to be the most suitable for this job. Later, when Caroline had been established, people started to arrange gladiator matches between the strongest and most power-hungry individuals. This way, they were easily able to pick up their leaders. The champion of the arena in Caroline was also destined to be the new ruler of the city. Next, Part 4. Ages in time in Labyronia. 60 years ago, the Labyrinths were created by the 4 elemental gods. Asterisk, this book is being kept up to date. Asterisk AL is an abbreviation of After Labyrinths. Okay. I was correct on that before. Most of the cultures have their timelines based on this event. Therefore, according to the general consensus, we are now living in the year 60 AL. In the old chronology, the final year was 2350. It was also the year when Impera was destroyed by the monster armies. Okay, that was short and sweet. I like that. That's part 2. Is this part 1? No, that's part 4. What happened to part 1? I thought part 1 would be here too. Nations of the World Part 2. It could be argued that the world used to be governed by 3 superpowers: the city of Impera and Crownguard, Mysteria Tower and Elgard, and the elven capital Sulthan and Fidel. Impera was the capital of the world, but the elves were never too happy about this fact. Besides, everyone knew that the true power resided in Mysteria Tower, along with the elemental wizards and the 4 gods who dwelt among them. Therefore, it is highly possible that Imperia's power was, in reality, just a coulisse, a convenient method for the mages to control the superstitious people who were generally afraid of wizards. Unified capital was also a good way to ensure peace between the nations. All the races were allowed in Impera, effectively making it the only multicultural center of population in Labyronia. Labronia's final and most notorious emperor was called Detergen. We read about him in the first game a bit. This powerful man held his position in Impera for a long time and managed to acquire great popularity among the people after calming down the belligerent world. He was also munificent and fair, donating riches to other nations along with magical artifacts containing amazing powers. Of course, these items were originally created at Mysteria Tower, perhaps for this exact purpose. Something called the Stone of Peace was also made, to symbolize the new age of peace and prosperity in the world under the gentle guidance of Impera and the allying wizards. Later, the Stone of Peace was stolen. This worked as a catalyst for the next big war, which was the final major conflict between the nations before the Labyrinths were created. We already read Part 3, let's read Part 4. Nations of the World, Part 4. Helgard is located south of Firelands, apart from a few Bedouin settlements. This vast desert has never been largely populated. Helgard is also known as the Desert of Illusion. This name originated for a reason. The desert is full of hallucinogenic plants and poisonous animals. Hundreds of unlikely travelers have lost their minds or lives in this dangerous land. Larthen, the librarian, says parts of the district have collapsed according to our latest info. Additionally, the final parts of the Nation series have been lost. We also lack the first edition, but there might be one copy left in Janice. The city still stands. Oh, it does still stand, actually. Origin and religions. Speculation on magic and religion. All whose consciousness and mind is eternal. It is the actual creative and destructible force in the universe split in two major dualities, the power of creation and the power of uncreation. Creation is a process of the mind going through notions which can be calculated mathematically and to a certain point. All begins from a singular non-physical presence, the X, which at first reflects the concept of itself to start multiplying. This leads to a system of self-similarities we know as the fractal growth procedure, where the potential amount of forms and creations are unlimited. At some point, these illusionary thought forms surrounding the original X form a shroud of sorts, covering the true nature of the X consciousness from itself. It begins relating through the created living forms. These can be anything from stellar objects to people or protocols. Everything follows a predetermined pattern of self-similarity. This fact can be observed by looking at certain formations in nature. The process of creation is a process of X expanding its eternal self or mind. The uncreation is the same mind contracting. Neither one can be truly said to be good or evil in any absolute terms, but religions have been based around this ideal. Sounds like real life, actually. Oh, and of course this is written by Render. Most notorious examples would be the Cult of Luminosity and its counterpart, the Cult of Thousand Evils. The powerful deities worshipped in these cults are possibly the closest symbolic representations of the X's real dualistic attributes. The creation of the Pendant of Labyronia was concerning against these theories. It has been speculated that if the mind of any individual is able to perceive its true absolute essence, the collective structure of reality might collapse. This would start a quick spiral towards uncreation. Winder. No comment about me reading your own book, Winder? Magical items, the Sun Emerald. This tremendously powerful magical item was donated to Thanos, the Moon King, by Emperor Turgon in the year 18BL. Worthy of its name, the Sun Emerald looks like a miniature sun. Its amber surface has been cut in the shape of polyhedron symmetrically, and it's about the size of a large thumb. Inside the stone, another stone has been inserted. This tiny, small item is bright orange in color and shaped like a spiral. According to our knowledge, the smaller stone is actually a shard from the Pendant of Labyronia, the most powerful magical item in existence. According to elven scholars and mages, the Sun Emerald works only when it's in direct contact with the one wielding it, just like the Pendant of Labyronia. The Sun Emerald can reflect the workings of its user's mind and soul to the external world. Unlike the Pendant with its seemingly limitless possibilities, it would seem that the Sun Emerald merely allows its users to affect on the climate. That was a weird warning at the end. The red amethyst was one of the gifts presented to King Tamaran of Albion by Emperor Turgon as one of the numerous magical items created by the Wizards of Mysteria at the time of peace. The stone itself is deep red in color and shaped like a drop of water. Numerous skillfully made cuts covered the surface. The magic properties of the gem vary. It's been said to boost the spells of fire mages, and it can also be used to locate hidden treasures. We had a staff actually with this. According to history books, the red amethyst was stolen from Tamaran multiple times by greedy mages and treasure hunters. It's believed that the Wizards of Mysteria reclaimed the jewel after the destruction of Albion, and later it was transported to Southland when the council fell. Oh, so the gem might be here. Magic School Hexagram. Oh yeah, hexagrams. We learned about that in the first game. Teleportation has been a persistent dream of both scientists and magicians for a long time. The first major step towards success was the discovery of the Pendant of Labyronia by the four elemental gods. The pendant's power is based on a monistic theory, which is the base for a working teleport. The symmetric nature of the hexagram symbol makes it a perfect handle to work with. The latest experiments with instantaneous traveling have been successful. Mages merely need to build two similar hexagrams in two locations. Whew. So that was what, 10 minutes of reading there? Thankfully we are finally done. Holy crap, the amount of reading we just did. Oh, look, it's night out. No, it's the night quarter. It's always night here. But still, it sounded good, right? Oh, hey. Right, I've been in that library for so long, I almost forgot about these elven chairs I'm gonna pick up. How many do we have now? 6. We have to have 11 elven cherries. Okay. What do you guys have to say? For some reason, the sun emeralds effect won't reach this part of the city. Have you been in the library yet? Sultan's book collection is quite extensive. Yeah, it is. I've been in there. Thanks. It's locked. Oh. Yeah, I still have no idea what the hell you're working on. I really don't. Oh, so that leaves Sultan, okay, or the Night Quarter specifically. Oh, wait a minute. We've been in that building, but we haven't been in this one? Have we? Common house. Can't take a nap. More than enough lanterns in this place to light up a frickin' sun. So now around the table. Diary of Salandra. It seems that Valarthan has been elected to the Senate. He seems to be very enthusiastic about it, but I am worried. Lately, Lyceum has gone through some major changes, and 3 of the past senators have either retired or died in a short period of time. Something is not right. As I write this, there are 7 members in the Elven Senate. First, there is, of course, Valarthan, who used to be the main strategist of the military, and Malathan, who is the commander of the guard. 2 of the oldest sitting members are Saliv and Rashathan. Subathans. They have been part of the government for ages. So Linda and Solathan, or Solathran, maybe. Possibly. Solarthron? Throne? Must be no, not an A. Are new members. Rumor has it that Cylindra managed to lure her way into the Senate by seducing the High Senator himself. Knowing the High Senator and his insatiable interest towards beautiful women, I wouldn't be surprised if there be some truth to this rumor. Solarthron is a black sheep. No one seems to know anything about her, which is extremely weird since all the noble houses know each other, at least by the name. I shall write more later. It is getting late and I'm tired. I just hope that everything would go well for my dear Valathon. Does he really fit among those old sharks? I thought I was done reading. Nope. I had another book to read. We had a library in the first game too that I spent like most of an episode reading. Huh? Is it you, Windir? Wait. It's been a long time, Lewin. You haven't been affected by age. Well, I am an elf after all. You have not aged too much either, which is quite baffling, actually. Are you still selling potions? Yes, would you like to buy something then? RT potion. The effective red tamarisk potion clears a focus and grants 50% SP. The Wizard's League potion increases power of spells by lifting the spirit of the user. Oh. Okay. So those two know each other. That was unexpected. Alrighty. I have to keep those potions in mind in case we need them at some point in the future. Now let's keep looking for these elven cherries. Preferably on maybe the sun. Wait, have we been in this house? We have not. You there! Talk to me. My apples are among the most successful trade merchandises in Sultan. Since it's possible to grow fruits anywhere but Sultan, the nobles of genius are paying fortunes to get their hands on our fruits. Yeah, I know. I had to go rescue a freaking crate for one of the nobles. Thank you very much to even get in here. I wonder when they arrange the next party in Elysium. Where though, since my behavior might have been slightly over the board last time. What if I don't get an invitation? Oh no, you don't get an invitation. Whatever shall we do? What will the world do without the invitation? Nothing. No one cares. Whole lot of nothing in this building. Been in here, haven't we? No, we haven't. How did we miss all these buildings the first time? Obtain Battle Mage's Talisman. Wait, did we know where to get one? Yeah, we got 2 Battle Mage Talismans. Aw. Magic up. Wait. Magic up. Increases magic attack by 3. Oh, the noble's right here. Perpetual daylight can be quite taxing. To be honest, I've been planning to build a new apartment to night quarter. When you get old, a good night's sleep gets more important. Okay. They say that this mountain was modeled after the legendary fountain of fortune in Elgard. This fountain reminds me of the fountain that we found in the first game. Sure, why not? Where we found all of the stuffs, the memories of the gods creating stuffs. Okay, I think up here we haven't gone yet. Yeah, the Royal Quarter. What was that sound? I simply love spending time in this side of the park. Lately I've heard some really unusual noises from the moon garden though. It's like someone was wailing. It's creepy and disturbing. It should be a crime to whine in a beautiful day such as this. Must be what we heard. Was that seriously the only They say that the priests of old were able to learn new skills by doing good deeds and praying at holy altars. Moon Garden. God, not those things again. Confused. Cannot kill. Don't exactly know what I need to be doing. I can make an assumption. Those corner pieces are very, very similar to the plates that we had in the Wind Shrine or whatever. I'm sure you guys remember those, right? The ones I was confused with in episode 3-ish, maybe 4, I don't know. Something of that sort. Yeah, they look very, very similar. This didn't appear to do anything. That's unfortunate. So I don't know what these are for, then. Something over in this way that they could go to? No. Yeah. No idea. No idea on that one. Okay. Let's keep traveling through here, I guess. Oh, hello. Still can't run from these damn things, even though I know it's pointless to even try to do anything. No. No. Defend, defend. Why is fight the top option for these damn things? Hmm. That's a dead end. Use the pressure control mechanism and push to break the door. Doesn't budge. Okay, so it looks like we actually needed to do that, of which we had done before, but we needed to activate them all, apparently. I will win! I will push the ball the furthest. And apparently outrun you. Dead end too? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to assume there's probably going to be some sort of click sound or something in here when we get them all. Apparently not. That happened to be the last one. Okay. Is there a save crystal anywhere? I really wish it was. Royal Quarter. Hey, save crystal. What do you know? Okay, how many do I have now? 8? I'm missing 3. Okay. Oh. That was interesting. Chapel of Eli. It's been a long time, my friend. Is this Anne? It's gotta be Anne. How I've waited for this day to arrive. I'm shaking almost. It's because my destiny approaches. Yes, soon I will join with him again. Yeah, this has gotta be Anne. It's been a long time, Garrick, and is that Winter with you? Anne, it is you. Garrick. Yeah, it's Winter, right? But am I ever glad to see you go? I thought you died back then. Me too, to be honest. Gladly, Dinian was able to save me in time. What's going on around here, Anne? I mean, we heard those damn pointy ears won't let you go. What? It is true. The Elven Senate needs someone to take care of the monsters while they're scheming. The Senate is corrupted, Yarrick. Most of the members are old men and women, hopelessly deep-rooted to their ancient customs. The majority of them despises and hates us humans, except, of course, the Queen herself, but as you've most likely already heard, she's not well. Yeah, we have heard that. If I may interfere, keeping you behind the locks here is a horrible decision tactically. We need your power to counter this black ghost, and if we're about to go offensive, let's face it, the numbers of the enemy are growing every day. We must assign a squad to Elgard soon, and you must be in it, Dad. You can't do that yet. We need to unite the people if we're about to attack Mysteria Tower. Those black ghosts are merely a tip of the iceberg. Speaking of tip, by the way, this is a triangle that we're standing in. I noticed that. Honestly, the coloration kind of reminds me of the Triforce from Zelda. Correct. We have to take the monster's account as well. Indeed, our enemy has nearly limitless resources. Dependent of Labyronia. Exactly. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm quite following now. Could you guys assemble some sort of synopsis about this all? In short, Ares holds a pendant of Labyronia. The pendant, in conjunction with the state of mind, is the source of all these monsters and the dark ghosts out there. We cannot order such power without a unified army. Ares thought I had died, and now Armageddon. Excuse me, Anne? Oh, it's nothing. So, what are we supposed to do now? Isn't the Elven Senate planning anything for this war? No, they are not doing anything about it, unless playing time counts as doing something. Playing time? I told you, they detest humans, and now the human beings are at the verge of utter annihilation. Why would they interfere? No goddamn way. Soldiers would never allow this, no matter how depressed she would be. Perhaps there's a reason for her state. Dinian and I have suspected that the Senators might have something to do with this as well. Where is Dinian, by the way? He was captured in prison some time ago. They accused him of conspiring against the Senate. We need Dinian back. He's the only one able to unite the elves with the armies of Caroline. Caroline now, eh? Well, I guess it makes sense. Apart from their warriors, there are not many who could stand up against the bigger monsters. You got any idea where they're keeping Dinian? In the hidden dungeon. As its name implies, it's hidden from plain sight. We need to find the entrance first. It's somewhere in Solthan. We might have to look for hidden pathways. Remember this, Scarrick? Remember what? Oh, hey, yeah, it's the staff, yeah. Okay. Whatever the hell it was called. Hey, it's that staff we found from the Stereo Tower back then. Yeah, it's the Staff of Ferris. Thank you, and for telling me the name, because I can remember. The jewel glows red if you use the staff close to an invisible doorway or treasure. That is the red amethyst, I'm sure. How can we get out of here with you, Anne? Just avoid the guards when you're with me. It shouldn't be too hard. Besides, they still think that I'm imprisoned. Gotcha. Okay, let's go find the old man. We should start by questioning the folks in town about hidden dungeons. So, Anne joins the party? Anne joins the party. Yeah? Anne joins the party? Anne joins the party! There we go. Finally got the message. Okay, let's save. Ending off the episode now. I hope you guys enjoyed. We, still hear the sound. It's weird. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Labyronia RPG 2. Until next time, as always, take it easy.